Hi and welcome. In this video, we are going to see about attack on Jolu question from August Marathon. Okay. So the question says that there is a city and there are n houses in the city. You will be given the coordinates of all those n houses. Okay. You will be given the coordinates. What we need to do is we need to find first of all the border. That we need to connect all the border coordinates. Fine. And secondly, they will be known as encamped houses, and the inner houses will be known as non-encamped houses. Okay, so there are n houses due to attacks from outside the city. Jolu's administrator has decided to give some houses to army troops to protect the city. Now the troops will be encamped in such a way that the border will be created and total encamped houses should be minimized. So the border should be created such that the border should contain minimum number of houses. Fine. The encamped houses will be on the border line. There should not be any two houses I and J which are not on the border, such that the part joining I and J should cross the border. Okay, there should not be any two houses. Such border we need to create. The city administrator also wants to connect all the houses so that people from one house can go to their dear ones, and there should not be more than one way to reach from a particular house I to a particular house J. There should just be a one way. If there is no path between two houses and they both are encamped houses or they both are non-encamped houses, then the cost to build that path is 1. But if we need to create a path from an encamped house to a non-encamped house, a new path, not an already existing path, a new path from a encamped house to a non-encamped house, then it will cost p units. Fine. Okay, now the repairing for the already existing path will take 1 unit if they are non-encamped houses. If the path is between non-encamped houses, then it will take 1 unit, and if the path is between encamped houses, then the cost will be 0. Fine. So let me just explain this with the help of an example what is happening here. So for this particular test case which is given to us, okay, so here this is my first house. This is given to me. Okay, this is the first house, the second house, the third house, the fourth house, the fifth, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9, 10, and so on. So these are my houses. Okay, and these are the connections, these are the roads that are already built. Fine. So these are already built. Now from these we need to first of all get the boundary. We need to first of all get the boundary values. After getting the boundary values, we can move forward, because then we will have a distinction of encamped houses, okay, and non-encamped houses. So first of all we need this boundary. So how to get a boundary? Given a coordinate, how to get a boundary? So that is nothing but convex hull. Okay, so that is a prerequisite. We need to use convex hull given the coordinates to get the boundary such that it contains minimum number of points. Fine. So using convex hull, let's see now how this boundary will be created. So using convex hull, okay, so let's create this particular boundary. Okay, so these points will be joined. These points, we'll have 7 such points on the boundary. So these will be my encamped houses. Okay, these will be the encamped houses. That is 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 1. This is not the final roads that we are creating, but what we are doing is we are just getting, let's say, 2 distinctions, that now these will be stored in, let's say, in an encamped map, array, vector, whatever we are going to use in for our implementation. And then inside now we have non-encamped. Now I know the coordinates of the encamped and I know the coordinates of the non-encamped. Okay, for that we are going to use this convex hull. Fine. Now already there are existing values. It is not that there are no existing values, there existing paths are there between encamped and non-encamped houses, correct? So what were the existing paths? There was an existing paths between, we will just see about the encamped one. So there was an existing path between 2 and 10. There was an existing path between 1 and 5. There was an existing path between 5 and 7. Okay, so these 3 were the existing path for the encamped houses. Now remember, there is no repairing cost for my encamped houses. There is none. So it is obviously good to keep these roads in our final answer, because there is no repairing cost for it. The repairing cost is 0. So these roads, the red roads, we should keep them. Okay, and now for the encamped houses, to make all the encamped houses connected to each other, and this is my graph, what we can use, let's say the weight of the red nodes is 0 and the weight of the black roads is 1. So what we can use such that we get the minimum connected graph such that the weight is minimum. So it is just like MST. Fine. So in this particular case, for these encamped houses, we have everything is connected. We have the weights. For the red it is 0, for black it is 1, and we can get the minimum spanning tree for this. That is the minimum tree that is needed to connect these encamped houses. Fine. So if we do that, so the red will definitely remain. Fine. And after that we can remove some roads. That is, this road can be removed, this road here can be removed. Fine. This road here can be removed, there is no need, and this road here can be removed, there is no need. Okay, so after these three roads are removed, then we will get this new graph. Let me show you that graph. So this is the graph that we got. So see, all the encamped houses are connected to each other, and there is just one path to reach from any encamped house to other encamped house. So these are the roads that are connecting my non-encamped houses, correct? That is already given to me. Now, what are the minimum roads required? So can we apply MST on it directly? No, we cannot apply MST on it. The reason being, this is not connected. Correct? Using convex cell, we actually connected the encamped houses and then we applied MST with the already existing roads and the new roads. But here we have already existing nodes, but right now it is not connected. For example, you can see this, the 14 and the 15 point. So this 14th and the 15th point is disconnected from all other points. Okay, you can easily see this part. This is, I think, 3 and this is 6. So first of all, we need to actually run DFS on it, and we need to find out on the non-encamped houses that how many connected components do we have. In this particular case, we have 2 connected components, and since we have just 2 connected components, first of all we need to connect them. We can connect, let's say we connect this. Now we have a connected component, a total connected one graph. Now we can apply a DFS MST on it, and we can get the minimum number of roads that we require. So we can remove this particular road because 11 to 9 can be reached from 11, 13, 9, correct? And any other nodes that we can or we need to remove except this particular one. So we get this 1, this 2, it is 3, this one is 4, this one is 5, this one is 6th road, the 7th road. So we get in total 7 roads, and this is a new road that is created, but it is between 2 non-encamped houses, so the cost will be 1. Okay, so for creating a particular new road, the cost is 1, and there are already existing roads that are present in it. Okay, so how many already existing roads are currently present? So the already existing roads present are 6. Okay, so for repairs we will get 6 cost, so total cost around becomes 7. And here we have seen already that we need 3, 1, 2 and 3, 3 costs, so total cost till now becomes 10. Fine. So what we did, we first connected the non-encamped houses using DFS. We found out how many connected components are there, and we made a single graph. Now on that single graph we need to perform MST, and using MST we get how many minimum number of roads we require, and we calculate the cost. Now we got the cost. 7 is the cost for this, and for this 3 was the cost. Okay, so let me just combine these 2 graphs into one graph, and then we will see that what we can do for the connecting the encamped house and the non-encamped house. Okay, so the 2 graphs are now combined. So the cost is for 1, 2, the cost is for 4, 5, and this is just one of the graph. Okay, there can be other graphs getting the same answers. Fine, so it is 8, 10, then we have 11, 12 that is costing us, then we have 12, 6 costing us, we have 12, 3 costing us, then 3, 14, 14, 15, 13, 11, 13, 9. So I think these are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So till now 10 nodes are costing us. But now what we need to do is, still there is no connection between encamped houses and non-encamped houses. Fine. So if there was an already existing road between an encamped house and a non-encamped house, then its repair cost will be 1 if there is. But if there is not an existing road between a non-encamped house and an encamped house, then to create that road we need P amount. Fine, so we need to find this out. So you can see here the green lines are the lines which are from the encamped house to the non-encamped house. Okay, greens. So encamped house to the non-encamped house. So we do have such nodes, such roads, so that we do not need to do a P amount. We do not need to invest cost P. We can do just a repair of cost 1. Okay, so choose any one of these nodes. So let's choose 5 and 3. So if we choose 5 and 3, we can simply connect it. This is an already existing road. So now all the encamped house are connected to the camped house. Okay, means but just there is just one path that we can take, this 5-3 path, to go inside. Fine, each particular house is connected to other house only by one path, that is taken care by MST. Fine, we chose the already existing path, this red path, from the encamped house to another encamped house because its cost will be 0. Okay, we chose an encamped to non-encamped because its repairing cost is just 1. If this is not the case, if I just create 2, 3, this is not already available, 2, 3 is not available, in that case I needed to invest P amount, but we need minimum, so therefore we invest just 1 amount. Fine, and there are nodes between non-encamped to non-encamped, their repairing cost will be just a single 1. Fine, so using all this convex hull, MST, DFS, this question will be solved. Fine. Some points to be taken care of, that there is no the roads that we need to block. So they are the blocking cost 0. So the roads we can, the edges we can delete the edges. Whichever edges we need, we can delete those edges. Okay, directly. If there is any edge that is crossing the boundary, obviously we will delete it. And if there is any edge that we do not need in an MST, we can delete it. Okay, that depends on the implementation. Fine, let's see some points on the implementation for this particular question. So finally what we did in this particular question is we need convex hull to get boundary. Fine, now if there are already existing roads connecting the encamped houses, okay, we will certainly use them because that will cost me 0. Fine, so using convex hull, and if the roads are already existing, we can get we can connect our encamped houses, okay. Obviously if there are no roads that is connecting my encamped houses, then we need to create the roads connecting two encamped houses in this convex hull. In that case it will cost me 1 unit. But if there is available, so use them which are available. Fine, so first of all, this first half, part 1, this will give me the connected minimum graph for the encamped houses. Fine, this is different. Now let's come to part 2. Fine, let's also have a part 0. This part 0 is nothing but after convex hull, create 2 things, that is one for the encamped house, a graph for the encamped house, and a graph for the non-encamped house, to make it a modular, just changing things when you debug. Fine, now for the non-encamped house, first of all we need to find how many connected components are there. Okay, because there can be a case that a graph is not completely connected. So how many connected components are there? So for this we can run a DFS. Okay, then we will make a one graph, connected graph, and in this we can apply MST to get the minimum connected graph. Okay, all the non-encamped houses, if it is a new node created, the cost will be 1, and for the repairing the cost will be 1. So whatever edges are there, its cost will be 1. Fine, we got the MST, that is nothing but the minimum connected graph. Okay, now this part 2 will be done. Now in the part 3, what we need to do, we need to connect the encamped and the non-encamped. And we just need one path from the encamped to the non-encamped. Now in this case, if a path is available, use it. If the path is not available, it will cost P. If it is available, it will cost just 1. Okay, so this was the logic behind the Jolu attack on Jolu question. Fine, so obviously you should know about the convex hull, about it's on the implementation. Now the implementation that will be is provided on the GitHub link. Okay, it uses Convexcel, MST, DFS, maps. Fine. If you are using C++, it has pairs. So that depends on the implementation, how you are implementing it. Okay, the implementer has chose to divide the NCAM borders and the non-borders. Okay, so there will be the border nodes and the non-border nodes, the NCAM nodes and the non-NCAM nodes, and worked on it separately and finally merged it to get the final answer. Okay, and using Convexcel only we will get the answer of the second part, that we need to print what are the nodes will be on the border. That is directly given to us by Convexcel. Fine. So this was the question on attack on Zulu, and you can see the implementation provided in the description box. Okay, the link is provided in the description box. Thank you.